Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win, you find a way to lose. Let me tell you something. Ryan Garcia found a way to win last night. And for me, and a lot of you who were watching to see how Ryan Garcia would rebound from the Tank loss, I'm telling you right now, as far as I'm concerned, Ryan Garcia passed the eye test. And I think going forward, we're going to see if Ryan Garcia is really ready and committed to becoming a champion. Now, there are some people who are saying right now, Ryan Garcia has already passed the eye test. To them, he passed all tests. He's ready to become champion at 140, and some are saying 147. I don't have a hold your horses, don't take it to the stupid on those comments. I kind of agree with you. But I see things, I see the same way that those of you who think Ryan Garcia is ready, I see it the same way as you. But on a flip note, there's some other things that I saw. Now, with Ryan Garcia with Tank, supposedly there was a rib injury, right? Not going to get into that. But with Ryan being fully hydrated, did we see a different Ryan in the ring in regards to his performance as a result of him being fully hydrated? Because remember, in addition to the rib injury for Tank, he said he felt weak, he felt drained. Okay? Now, he didn't seem to slow down in that fight with Tank. And this is just us here, just watching, It's called optics, right? We're sitting back, we're observing. I'm not seeing him slow down against Tank. He looked like he was still trying to be ferocious the whole time. He just got a little reckless and threw the same punch over and over, and Tank timed him and, got him out of there. But when I watched him last night with Duarte, right? I'm going to tell you this right now. Ryan Garcia was coming off of a loss. He had something to prove. He changed trainers. He had a lot to learn. He was coming off of being with Joe Goossen, where Ryan Garcia was basically running the show. Remember, Joe Goossen was out there saying he doesn't have to tell Ryan anything. Ryan knows everything. He actually shows me some things where I sit back and say, wow, Ryan, you're right. Let's do it your way. That's horrible. Horrible. So Ryan Garcia was running the show. So when Ryan Garcia says he was only at 50%, I believe it. But I don't think that was by choice, because that was allowed. You see, he's too comfortable with Joe. What's Joe Goossen, 60, 70 years old? This man come out here talking about Ryan Garcia and I are friends. Fuck are you talking about? You friends with this YouTube sensation who's a professional boxer with over 200 amateur fights, but y'all are friends? So that was an issue. Ryan Garcia went over there to Derek James. Derek James wasn't having none of that. And Ryan Garcia wasn't trying that, because those things he tried before didn't work. It wasn't going to be any of this, yeah, we're friends. No, so he got over there with Derek James. He came in the ring last night, and he was like, okay, we got to make some changes. Then he's coming off of the frustration with De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins, right? All of this is leading up to his moment last night. De La Hoya and Hopkins not showing up to his post-fight press conference. Joe Goossen didn't show up to his post-fight press conference. Hurt his feelings. Ryan Garcia, now, one thing I'm going to say is, it is what it is. He quit, okay? There's still some people saying, no, Tank hit him right in the liver. Listen, Ryan Garcia quit, right? He said something about his rib. You can see he could have got up. He said he just didn't want to go on because he knew he would get knocked out. These aren't my words. So there's no argument about that was a perfectly placed liver shot. No, it was a perfectly timed body shot, and Ryan Garcia didn't like it, and he could have got up and continued. He just didn't want to get hurt. That's what he said, okay? So now he's got all that fueling him as well, like I can't quit in this fight. Then the week of the fight, right, because everybody was pretty much raking him across the coals for quitting in the Tank fight. Then the fight week, he's got all this crap going on with Oscar De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins out there, man. They're trolling him and humiliating him, which is horrible. These are supposed to be your promoters. These are supposed to be the guys who are the professionals. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think I've seen promoters actually come out and try to embarrass their fighter, to intentionally try to make their fighter look crazy, and to intentionally set them up to lose. I'm not saying it hasn't happened before. I just can't recall. So Ryan Garcia goes in the ring against Duarte, and they were setting them up to lose. They were being real, like Ryan Garcia had all the excuses in the world to lose that fight last night. And I think a lot of people would have gave him a pass because a lot of people saw Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins for who they were. Some people say they've always been snakes. Just for me, I just know they're kind of quirky, but that's something they did to Ryan Garcia during the week. It probably stings me differently just because of my background. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving stories on here about, me and some of my experiences when you got guys who guys and girls working underneath you. Sometimes you want to put a pinch in their ribs. Sometimes you want to smack them in the mouth, but you can't get down on their level. You know what I'm saying? And to see Oscar and Bernard, I mean, they didn't just get down on his level. They went a little bit beneath him to try to just really take him off his game and almost like I said, they wanted him to lose. I just had no respect for that. Like that bothered me to my core, but then again, it has a lot to do with my background. I just don't believe in that. So he gets in the ring, right? And you're watching him. And he looks locked in. The fight starts. And Ryan Garcia to me, he looked like a different fighter. I was watching him when he was throwing the jab, taking a little half a step back, 2 steps back, turning Duarte, letting the right hand go, coming with the left hook. I saw him doing some great things. He looked very comfortable in there. I was waiting to see him get tired. Didn't see that happening. But there came a point in time in that fight, I think it was rounds 5 and 6, where Ryan Garcia had to make a decision. And I'm going to tell you, you could see in his face, he was thinking. I'm telling you right now, Ryan Garcia was thinking, I want out. You could see he wanted out of that ring, and he had to do some self-reflecting. He had to go back to that corner, and yet Derek James was trying to talk to him about the shoulder roll and don't do that and, stick to the game plan. But I'm going to tell you, Ryan Garcia, and those 2 rounds when Duarte was really coming on because he's putting that pressure on him, and they started to get to Ryan a little bit. I don't agree with the zone commentators, Chris Maddox, whatever his name is. He is effing clueless. Talking about the rib injury has been exacerbated. He never fully healed up from the rib injury. I think what we're seeing is just the remnants of that injury. So now he hasn't fully recovered. Just taking it to the stupid on air. Ryan Garcia is still suffering from the injury that he incurred before the Tank fight. You got to be kidding me, man. But anyway, Ryan Garcia made a decision to find a way to win. And this told me right here that this man is on his way. Because when he came out there and got back to boxing, and he knew what he did well. Jabbing the right hand, but that hook. His hook is so fast, man, it's crazy. I honestly thought when Duarte got knocked out, I wasn't sure if Ryan Garcia hit him with a right hand or if Duarte stumbled and hit his head on the top turnbuckle like the WWE. I wasn't sure. Then the replay, I was like, okay, he caught him with that damn. But that hook, I mean, I almost didn't see it. That's how fast this man's hands are. But when he hit Duarte and had Duarte out there dancing salsa in the ring, I'm like, there's something special about Ryan. Got the win, and I was so happy for him. I'm going to be honest with you. And people are now making comparisons of Ryan Garcia to Amir Khan. Now, I'm going to tell you this, right? Some people are trying to say it jokingly. Others are being more serious. And I'm going to tell you, for them to compare Ryan Garcia to Amir Khan, that's a compliment. Because that's exactly what Ryan Garcia showed in there last night. Because Amir Khan was heart, boy, and he was balls. Fast hands, he's going to fight you. You may hit him, you may hurt him. He may do the chicken dance in there. He may start to move around the ring till he, shakes off whatever it is that you put on him, you little, wicked sorcery and voodoo and obeah, witchcraft, right? Once he shakes that off, Amir Khan's right back to business, trying to take your head off. And that's what Ryan Garcia did. He got back to business, set up shots, and was able to catch Duarte with that super fast left hand that Duarte didn't see. kind of shots Amir Khan used to hit people with in combinations, super fast hands, and it's not the first one that gets him. It's like the last 2 or 3 that on a 10-punch combination that just comes so fast, and they think that he's going to slow up and his hands keep going and they get caught with something. So for me, Ryan Garcia, man, he did very well. And this is the thing that we need to understand. When people keep talking about Ryan Garcia is going to lose if he goes against Haney, Ryan Garcia is going to lose if he goes against Shakur Stevenson. Let me tell you something, right? Ryan Garcia has shown me that Ryan Garcia is a straight up dog, man. He will scrap. For him to get in there with Duarte, man, Duarte can hit, man. And to see him standing there, I don't know what that damn shoulder roll thing and turning his body, turning his back to him and giving him, I don't know what he was doing, but, well, I know what he was doing. That shit hurt, so he was trying to get out the way. But to see him take those kind of shots, although most of them were like to the body, he got a couple of shots landed cleanly on his face. But to see him take that and not go down, because Duarte landed a cleaner shot on him than Luke Campbell. When Luke Campbell hit Ryan Garcia checked out for a moment and then woke back up when he hit the ground. But Duarte wasn't able to quite do that, and Duarte was hitting him with some hellacious shots. That tells me that the being hydrated has helped him. That tells me that he's willing to take some shots to get his off. But ultimately, it tells me that when the going gets tough, Ryan Garcia is going to get going. And I think Ryan Garcia, people talking about Shakur beat him, Haney will beat him. If a guy like Duarte couldn't put a dent in Ryan Garcia, what makes y'all think Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney is going to? Right? We understand Haney's a great boxer, has fast hands. Ryan's hands are faster. He's a great boxer. Counter punching, I don't know. You kind of got to give that to Devin. Shakur does everything well, but I just think if those guys were to challenge Ryan Garcia, I'm just not so sure they beat him. I'm just being honest with you. So for me, Ryan Garcia passed the eye test. Now him going on to fight Rolly Romero, we all know Rolly is rough as hell. People don't give Rolly Romero any credit, but Rolly Romero can fight. He's rough and he'll fight dirty. And there's no friends thing when it comes to Rolly. Rolly's in there to hurt you. And I think that could be a dangerous fight for Ryan, but I also think with his fast hands and the fact that he's not going to sit there and let Rolly get those kind of shots off on him, especially working under Derrick James, who said, if you listen to Derrick James, he doesn't watch any boxing. He don't know any boxers' names. He don't know who Muhammad Ali is. You let Derrick James tell you he don't know nothing about nothing. He's so full of shit. He knows about Rolly Romero. He knows what Rolly brings to the table, and if they get that fight next, I think Rolly may get himself knocked out because everyone knows that Ryan Garcia, his money shot is the left hook. But they can't do nothing when they get hit with it. Everybody knows Deontay Wilder's money shot is his big right hand. But they can't do nothing because they always get hit with it. Everyone knew De La Hoya's big shot was his left hook. They couldn't do anything because they always got hit with it. Everyone knew Miguel Cotto's goes to his left hook. Couldn't do nothing, got hit with it. Everyone knew Floyd Mayweather's money punch was a straight right hand, lead right hand. They couldn't get out the way of it, right? So for me, with Ryan Garcia, I can't see him not landing his money punch on Rolly. And as far as Rolly's chin, look, whether it's good or bad, I don't know. Tank got him out of there, but he was fighting at 135, a weight that he said was just too light. Barroso's hurt him. That was at 140. But according to Rolly, Barroso just hit super hard. So that being said, I think if Ryan touches him, Ryan puts him out. But also if Rolly hits him, I think Rolly can hurt him. So it's a really good fight. But if he can get through someone else at 140, depending on how he gets through him, especially if he tranquilizes someone again, then to me, Ryan Garcia has passed the test. And he's definitely ready to go on and try to unify the division, become undisputed, or bubble up to 147, or whatever he does. The thing is, if he can stay focused. My understanding, I said this a couple of days ago, listening to Oscar De La Hoya, watching Bernard Hopkins, watching the attitude and energy. Those guys are mad because Ryan Garcia's out of there. He's over the PBC. Just wait for it to get announced. You listen to him talk. You listen to Oscar De La Hoya, and Ryan Garcia as his promoter, and we're going to promote him for a very long time. He's never talked like that. Oscar's never talked like that. Now you want to stress that you're his promoter, right? You want to make sure you emphatically state to the world that you're his promoter. That's because there's trouble in paradise when it comes to how Ryan has been promoted and who he wants to promote him. Y'all pay attention. Don't forget about that lawsuit. De La Hoya went out there and, initiated a lawsuit. And my understanding is he's lost that lawsuit. And Ryan Garcia right now is just in a holding pattern, is waiting to make that announcement and make that transition over to PBC. That's why B-Hop, the alien, he has a PhD, right? And then De La Hoya, that's why they're so miserable. But that being said, Ryan Garcia passed the eye test. Duarte was no joke. He was coming at him. Ryan Garcia made a decision in that ring to be great, and it showed. And as far as the comparison to Amir Khan, I think that's a compliment. I don't see how anyone can sit here and think that shit's a joke. Amir Khan got busy in the ring. Don't act like Amir Khan was just someone out there getting knocked out by everybody. Y'all better kill that noise. Amir Khan got busy. And just as he got older, his legs slowed down. He slowed down just enough for people to start catching up to him. But he still had that crazy hand speed. So you can say what you want. I think that's a fair comparison, and I think it's a compliment. Young Amir Khan, young Ryan Garcia, problems. Simple. Y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. I'm in the breeze.